Hello students, now we'll be talking about temperature coefficient. Okay, now experimentally suppose let us check we have increased the temperature from T to T plus dt. Okay, now what happens here? Resistance is also increased. Let us say initial resistance is R0, that will also be increased or decreased, we don't know. I'm not saying it will always increase, it may increase or it may decrease. So dr may be positive, may be negative, but what is the change? It will move from R0 to R0 plus dr. Okay, now experimentally what we know, value of dr is directly proportional to dt. As the temperature changes, resistance will change. Okay, it may increase or it may decrease. Okay, so it is directly proportional also. Okay, R0 will be equal to that. Okay, now dr is also proportional to R0. How is this? Suppose the initial resistance is very high, then the increase in resistance will also be very high. If the initial resistance is very less, then the change in resistance will also be less. So it is directly proportional to R0, that is initial resistance. So if I want to write this, dr is equals to R0 dt, I can write alpha over here. What is this alpha? Alpha is the constant of proportionality. Okay, you can write it coefficient of thermal resistance, coefficient of thermal resistance. Okay, this is one of the formula for finding the change in change in resistance with respect to temperature. Okay, now this can also be written in different forms, or like if you want to find exact change in resistance, then what we'll do, we can integrate it on both the sides. Integration of dr is equals to integration of alpha R0 dt. Okay, it will be from R0 to RF. R0 is the initial resistance, RF is the final resistance. Similarly here, T0 to TF, that is from initial to final temperature. Okay, now on integrating this, we can write out RF minus R0 is equals to, here R0 is constant because that is initial temperature, so I can remove R0. Alpha remains constant for most of the times as given in your books, but it may change or it will depend on temperature also many times, but in most of the cases alpha is constant. Here we are taking alpha constant. Okay, but it is not same in each and every cases. Sometimes it may be dependent on T also. At that time you need to write the formula for alpha, you can't take it outside, it might be used in your numericals. Okay, suppose T0 to TF, that is T final. Okay, dt. So it will be RF minus R0 is equals to R0 alpha TF minus T0. Okay, so I can write it over here, RF minus R0. I can take this R0 on the other side also. Then I can write RF is equals to, what it will be, R0 1 plus alpha. I can write this as delta T. Simply it is change in temperature. TF minus T0 is equals to delta T. Okay, so I can write change in resistance in this form. This is what it is given in your book. RF equals to R0 1 plus alpha delta T. Okay, this is in the form of a thing which is given inside your book. This derivation is not given in your book, only this formula is given. Okay, but here the condition should be if alpha is constant. Okay, we need to make it very clear that alpha should be constant. Okay, now from here if you want to find the value of resistivity, we know if it is R, then it will be rho f, that is will be final resistivity, L by A. Similarly here rho 0 L by A 1 plus alpha delta T. From where this came, you already know, R is equals to rho L by A. Okay, from here we can write this, so this can be cancelled out. So it will be same for resistance resistivity also. Final resistivity is equals to initial resistivity 1 plus alpha delta T. Okay, I hope this much portion is very clear to you. Now from here if you want, if you want to write the value of alpha from here, if you want to make the subject alpha, then you can write alpha also. I'll write it over here. Alpha will be equal to, this will go inside and come back, so it will be Rf minus R0, then again it will go inside upon R0 delta T, R0 delta. This will be the formula for, this will be the formula for alpha, that is temperature coefficient of thermal resistance, coefficient of thermal resistance. Okay, I hope this much portion is very clear to you. Now once again we'll use this formula and find out the value of alpha for different objects. Rf is equals to R0 1 plus alpha delta T. Okay, now for conductors, what should be the value of alpha in terms of positivity and negativity? What happens in conductors, as the temperature is increased, the resistance also increases. So to increase the temperature, alpha needs to be positive. If this is positive, it will be R0 plus something, so it will be greater than R0. So this needs to be positive. Okay, if you are not understanding, you can put any positive value of alpha. You can take 2, 3, 4, XYZ and try to calculate. Take some value of R0 also, 1, 2, anything. And if you calculate, what happens in conductors, as the temperature increases, resistance also increases. So Rf should be greater than R0 in terms of conductor. Now in terms of semiconductors, here what happens, as temperature increases, resistance decreases. So this Rf should be less than R0. So when this can be, this condition is possible only if value of alpha is negative. If alpha is negative, then this term will become negative and R0 minus something will be less than R0. Okay, so for conductors it will be positive, for semiconductors it will be negative. And for nichrome type materials, what it will be, there is no change in resistance if the temperature increases or decreases. So for that, alpha will be nearly equal to 0. It will not be exactly equal to 0, but it will be very nearly equal to 0. If this becomes 0, then the initial and the final resistance will be equal. Okay, I hope this much portion is very clear to you. I hope you are understanding it. Be safe, write down the notes and submit it fast. Thank you. Have a nice day.